For our second volume, the spine is created just the same, except with Ravenclaw and Gryffindor colours. As this is the original set of covers I got with my Charms class last year, I have got one of the Hogwarts front covers, and again I may replace that or change it, but I quite like it. It means we can have a book at the end that looks a little more interesting than all the others, and all these games are taking place at Hogwarts anyway, so why not? Let's work on the interiors now. Now, having said that all of our bleachers are different, Ravenclaw and Slytherin are almost exactly the same. So we're going to speed this up, and I'll see you at the end of the process. And there we have our Ravenclaw build, nice and straightforward. Generally have the loudhailer just pegged into the side there, so one of our spectators can be holding on to that. It looks like coming to watch the match from the Gryffindor bleachers is the mighty Crumb. So there we have Ravenclaw complete. Let's attach that to our spine and move on to Gryffindor. So on to Gryffindor. Start again with a little bit of grass foundation and start building up with our 2x2s in-house colours. So Gryffindor's got this really nice flag sticker. Now this door obviously could swing in the original set, but as it's got nowhere to swing to and no space for anyone to come back behind it, we don't need it to swing. So lots of small Technic style bricks in the Gryffindor build to facilitate that swing, but we don't need them to do that, so we've just got them pinned together just to complete our side. Let's put the bottom of our flag tower in, again with a bracket just in the back there. Just going to pop in and hold everything secure. 1x4. There's our bleachers. Now we had to add an extra red brick that didn't come with the set. There's yet more additions. And our tower cover. Obviously these aren't as deep as they are in the box and not as wide, so we only need one layer of these at the top. And with our angles, we've just got one brick angling in and one brick angling out. Just put that all on top. I've lost my connection. Goodness gracious. Simplest bits always cause trouble. There we go. And our flag, we'll move that from the storage position up to the play position. Of course, we need a couple of spectators. Professor McGonagall's come down for a watch of the match. But she seems like she can't believe who she's ended up sitting next to. So there's our Gryffindor stands. Let's add that in to the set. And of course, the last bit we need to finish off is to make it book ready. So let's readjust our positions and show you that. So that's everything packed away, flags down, banner war into the wall, and loudhailer was already in there. So everything closes flush. Minifig's hands, as you can just about make out, just interspersed with each other, so we've got no clashes there. And then we need to add our pages to the top, and it's just the same construction as before, except our zigzag goes in the opposite direction because our towers are in mirror image positions. We'll just stick that on top there. And there we have our second volume. Let's add in the team badges. 1 and 2. Now that I've changed the colour of my covers, I'll probably have to change these bricks. We do just want them up there. So there are our 2 bleacher volumes. Now I'll have a look at them fully deployed for display in a moment, but we have 1 volume of our Quidditch left to build. So our last volume as ever starts with a spine, but this time built the regular way with the studs on the outside of the spine, because we don't need them on the inside for this particular build. So let's put this together. So although that's right way up instead of inverted, you can see that it actually builds up to look identical to our inverted versions, and on the shelf they'll all look the same. Let's carry on with our build. So for this next part, really all the work is happening on the spine of the book, and it begins with a couple of brackets. Then we're just going to add some flooring. So this is just a standard 6x4. We've got a couple of jumpers on there. You'll see their purpose shortly. I'm going to pop that on there. Now it is unbalanced, but that is by design. And we're now going to build the referee's tower. So this is made up, again, similar pieces, but because this isn't from the Quidditch set, I actually got to choose the pieces myself. But having said that I made those choices, the choices were largely made for me by what our tower looks like. Now, the thing that decided me on building the referee's tower was this lovely pair of stickers that I found, custom stickers made by Scarlet Patronus. You can find them on Instagram and on eBay, and they make some really nice custom stickers. And they're just going to go in there. A couple of 1x2s to finish off that level. And we have some of these elbow plates, a black and a white, and another. And that black plate just completes that little sandwich level. And we can start building up. Oh, my light's gone. There we are, we're back, hooked into the mains, and now we have unlimited power. So we're just going to finish off the top with our canopy, built slightly different. I decided to add the slope back in, so instead of just the 3 long straight that we've got on the team bleachers, I've got one of these 2x2 slopes. And just for the back of the unit, we've got 3 2x2 stud bricks, and they actually just float inside the stand like that. And of course we've got a little bracket at the top just to hold everything secure. So these studs are necessary for the next part of our build. Let's finish off with our flag on top, or at least our flag holder. Next is going to come our Quidditch pitch, or at least part of it. So these green plates do come in the Quidditch set, but yet again these tiles largely don't, and I've just added them from my inventory. And these are going to sit just here in front of our goal. Why is that not popping in? So if you put our bricks in properly, there we go, nice and stable. Then we can add our towers. So for play, our towers use these 3 studs here for our rings, and for transport, our rings will go back here. But let's put it out for display now. So put our 3 ring hoops in. 1, 2, and yet another change piece. I just added a slightly longer pole because this pole in the main game was, on the main set, sorry, was up on a bit of a stand, so it only had a 3x pole. So I just popped it on another 4x just to raise it up slightly. And there we go, there we have our rings and our referee's bench. Oh, bench, tower. So that's all of the build for this. So we're going to add in our book covers. This time we are using tan, 1 and 2, just to, in the right way, it might help. That will provide a bit of stability. And then let's see our entire Quidditch pitch ready for play. Alright, so we've got our referee tower. Let's bring in our stands. These are going to slot in behind here. And just using those bricks that I put on the back there, we can just spud those in. That's the flag. And then for Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, we're just going to remove their badges. And I'm going to take both of these off of here to help put their badges on display. Again, this will come round. We've still got that 4x at the bottom, so we can stud in at the bottom, just there. And those are held just behind. I'm going to pop these on the back here, 1 and 2. So we can display the team badges of the teams that are playing in any given match. So there we have it. That's our full set of Quidditch stands. Let's just see if we can get a better angle on that. So you can see that they can extend all the way out of shot. You can just wrap them round just like this, so everyone's looking. It gives you that at least an impression of the end of an oval playing area. And there's our Quidditch pitch, and we'll just take it into the office so we can see how it displays on a daily basis. So here we are at the castle with a match in progress. It says Gryffindor versus Ravenclaw, and it appears to be Gryffindor versus Slytherin. Somebody's going to have hell to pay. But you can see how it displays in front of the castle. There we go. Nicely set up. And we've got our bars set up in those empty spaces where there's no spectators, and they can be held, as you see with Madam Hooch, at the top or at the bottom of those spaces, just to keep our players flying. And they are all set up, and we're now ready for our first game of YouTube Quidditch. What's YouTube Quidditch, you ask? Well, stay tuned to find out. And just to prove that wonderful things can happen if you bricklink while you're sleepy, an order just arrived that I absolutely did not remember making, but I was clearly thinking straight when I made it, because there were enough inverted dark orange curved tiles and enough normal curved orange tiles for me to absolutely recover all of my Quidditch volumes and make them match the original 3. So that's nice. Final addendum, I promise. This is how the referee's set stores away. The hoops click into those 3 not bricks at the back, And our pitch just clips onto the walls. Just here. And we've got some of our favourite bricks on top just to complete our pages. And this 2-pot, which is currently a jumper, but I will soon exchange for a plain plate, just sits on top of our referee's tower. And that's everything. Promise.